Lady Lily back with another video, and it's another Bonnet Chronicles. You're gonna get the review of The Quad, Season 2, Episode 3, My Bondage and My Freedom. So the show opens up with Eva meeting with the student government. She was advised to sell off property in order to make revenue, and one of the buildings is a hall that is named Smith Hall, which is named after one of the founders. Bryce is busted. Bryce busts in his room. Sid and his girl is getting it in. And Sid wants to know what's up with him. And we all know at this point that Bryce is pretty much pledging, which we'll see more along the episode. Tanisha is inviting Madison to a pajama jammy jam. Moving on to Nodi. Noni is with director Taylor, asking him for a spot on his band. He brushes her off, but she's able to send a call to his phone in order to clone the data from his phone. So she can see what dirt he has and go through his files. Meanwhile, the coach have some visitors. Some goons come to coach and say he needs 30 days. Wait a minute. Okay, the coach has some visitors come, and there's some goons. And coach said he need 30 days. And he said, the goon said it went up to 15. The goon stated to make matters, let me see. Okay, I'm sorry. So, okay, so coach is visited by some goons, and they pretty much tell him that the money, I guess he owes some money, and they say it went up to 20, and he said he thought it was 15. And the goons saying, the goon is saying it don't matter. He said he got 30 days. When it hit 31 days, he's going to make a visit to Coach's daughter's school. And Coach threatened him, you leave my kids out of it. And then the goons say, I don't take the threats. And then Coach say, me neither. Bo John Jr. meets Periwinkle's nephew, who is the White Jenkins, who is a prospect for GAMU, as well as other colleges are scouting him out. So Bo John is intimidated when he said he's going to be on the first team. And then Bo John was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to, I'm not giving up my spot. Coach goes to pick up his girls from their mother house. Now, here's the thing. I could have sworn I thought he said their mother was dead in season 1. But all of a sudden now, their mama is alive and well, because I thought he said their mother is dead. He got to take on them. But apparently mama is alive and well. But apparently mama got a gambling problem. So this is why coach is being threatened, because apparently they're seeking him to pay her debt. She pretty much was explaining to him she thought she had a hit, she thought she could win, and she ended up losing. And she just really seems like she can't help herself, and she really got a problem. So Coach was pretty much picking the girls up, so that way he didn't have to come in the middle of the night if they come after her. So he pretty much threatened their mother to say if she don't get herself cleaned up, she won't see them, because he can't have his girls being caught up, in the rapture of these loan sharks. Eva is seeking an investor to buy the building. I believe what she's going to do, if they buy the building, she can buy it back. That was something I was really kind of confused with. But it was something she was trying to do in order to get some money. So Bryce returns home back to his room. He removes his shirt and he is bloody and beaten. Said pretty much come in the room and ask him what's going on. And, Bryce was telling him to mind his business, stay out of it. But we know Bryce is pledging, and he is being pledged pretty darn bad. Meanwhile, it shows Noni downloading Dr. Taylor's information from his hard drive. But her roommate was saying she don't hurry fast enough. They'll be able to trace it back to her. So Noni was able to attain the necessary information as well as destroy the laptop so it wouldn't get back to her. Bojan goes to talk to Coach because he is concerned that Dwight Jenkins is going to take his spot. And Coach is pretty much telling him, Bojan, he's a leader. They came to get him. He's well respected. And he don't have pretty much anything to worry. So we come to the next phase, which Bryce is in a pledge section. He's pledging. And, of course, one of his line brothers jack up the information of a big brother. And so, of course, they got to be able to, they got to go in the cut and take some wood. So it shows Bryce, standing in the gap for his brother, taking the wood. And Said ends up following him to the fraternity house. So Said is peeping through the window. And the big brothers see Said. And they go out to meet him. And then they said, do you know Bryce? Bryce, do you know him? Bryce saying, no. And then the dude said, no, I know you lying because you're looking at him too hard. So they was really going to step to him. But I guess the dean told them, we're bigger than that. We're not going to do that. So Said steps off. But yeah, Bryce was getting his butt whooped. Nani goes to share with Cecil the information that she had cloned from Dr. Taylor's phone. Apparently, she has discovered that Dr. Taylor was using his university card to purchase sex. And then she told Cecil Diamond, that's disgusting. He said, no, it's not really, such a bad thing because, hey, I guess Cecil Diamond is doing the same thing. So he said, this is not really, much information that she got a hold of. And he said, I don't want to embarrass him. I want to destroy him. And he said, she said, research and destroy. He said, no, destroy. So, of course, he's like sending Noni back sending Noni back to get some more information. Eva asked Said to join forces with her in working with the student government so they can, kind of see things her way and unite forces so she can get her mission accomplished. Bryce approaches Said, and apparently Bryce was kicked off the line. Bryce is so disappointed because he was looking forward to pledging his fraternity. He was following his father's footsteps, who is also a member of this fraternity, and he just feel like his dreams have been shattered. So a lot of things, if you ever paid attention to Bryce, it seems like everything Bryce is doing is following his dad's footsteps. Going to the college his dad went to, majoring the same thing his dad did, pledging the same fraternity. So it's like Bryce is just, mimicking all the things his dad done instead of like trying to blaze his own trails. He's really trying to follow in his dad's footsteps. It's the night of the pajama party, and all the people are out. Bojan and Junior. Madison is out with Tanisha. Sydney decides to come. And it's all chill and good. Bojan ended up getting into it with Dwight Jenkins' sidekick. Because, he's taunting him about, Bojan possibly losing his spot. So Bojan get mad and knock him the hell out. Meanwhile, Sydney, is kind of over the party and she's going to leave. So the guy who she went on a date with had offered to, make sure she get home. And she said, no, thank you. She had called for the activist group, that women's activist group to, buddy up with her and take her home. Meanwhile, Madison said she was planning to stay. She wasn't ready to go. And she ended up dating, not dating, but dancing with one of, this guy who was pretty much built and had a body, yada, yada. And one thing led to another. She ends up, going back to his room and having sex with him. Meanwhile, Eva met with an investor. He was pushing, he came over to have dinner with her, and he told her the $5 million is pretty much hers. But what she was saying that she wasn't willing to have sex with him because she said, I guess he was giving her the advice. But he ends up showing her the contract agreement, and I guess she gives in. But it turns kind of weird because he comes back, he gets dressed, and he comes back. He's in a onesie. He has a bottle. He's asking her to feed him like he's a baby. And, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Weird. So I believe she probably did end up sleeping with him after the fact. But anyway, Sid wakes up. She's asleep. It's the next day. She realized Madison did not come home. So she's pretty much trying to see what the hell Madison was at. She called, no answer. She went to Tanisha's room, and Tanisha said, was she a grown woman? She went off and did her own thing. Finally, she does see Madison, and Madison is kind of really funny acting. She was saying like, oh, you sleep with some random dude. That's what Sid pretty much told her. And she said, why are you judging me now? She said, all of a sudden now you want to turn goody good. What happened to the fearless? I don't give a damn, pretty much. Sid. So pretty much Sid storms off. And then she goes and knocks on Tanisha's door, asking her, can she, lay low in her room for a little while. So apparently they might be at odds. Meanwhile, Danny goes to meet with Cecil Diamond, saying that he owed him an apology. Now it's known what Noni did. Cecil did apologize, and Danny was like, you just blinded by the music. You only like her because she can really play. You got her going over there snooping around and doing your dirty work to get back. So that was pretty much it. And he was just saying she's going to screw you over too. So it goes back to Eva. And I guess, like I said, Eva I think she ended up having sex with that investor. She's going through the mail and she reads an authorization letter. And it pretty much said that the building was declared, the building that she was trying to get, purchased and sold or whatnot, has become like a historical landmark. And because that, you can't sell it, you can't modify it, sell it, or do anything. So pretty much she is screwed. She can't use this money or this deal towards what she was trying to accomplish. And at the bottom of the letter, it said it was petitioned by Dr. Pettaway and Dr. Cardwell. So these same people who she worked with went up against her in the grain to block what she was doing. It's at that point Eva just loses it. And she ends up, freaking out. And she called 911. She let them know that she was having a heart attack. And she collapsed. She falls to the floor and she's crying. So, and meanwhile, it just seems like things are falling apart from the administrative standpoint for Eva. It's like she just can't get a break. Every time she thinks she's ahead, she actually gets smacked back down. So, that was pretty much it for this episode. It was actually pretty interesting, and next week is gonna turn up. Said is gonna end up like an old girl that he do the rap music with. I figured that was gonna come down the pipeline. And then creepy Jason, Eva's old side piece boo thing, is gonna go after Sydney. So that's gonna be definitely interesting next week. So stay tuned for more videos. Like, comment, subscribe. I am getting ready to close the giveaway. And I will probably be bringing you home talk in the next few days, because I got a couple of things I want to share. But like, comment, subscribe. Have a good evening.